Hi, folks. Welcome to Danny's Corner. Today, I want to talk about music, but more specifically about noise pollution. This is the only thing that I can come up with to describe the following experience. So, I was at a store trying to find something, and as I was walking in, I heard as soon as I got out of the car, um, I heard this loud music, and certainly I have not experienced this before where people are playing loud music in front of a store. Doesn't matter if it's a grocery store or a department store. Um, it's just not common. Now I knew that I was at this particular place because the provider that I have told me, yeah, so we're in front of it, time to get out. I said, okay, no problem. So as we were making our way there, I heard two people arguing, and I don't know who. I know that it was a driver, but I don't know who the other person was. Basically, the conversation went like, you need to turn the music down because number one, you are in front of a store and you're causing disturbance to the people that are walking by. And obviously that sounds really loud. I mean, talk about, blasting your music so everybody else can hear it. Uh you're not going to be able to enjoy it maybe because again, all your it's a enclosed place such as a car. Um, so all you're going to hear is the um, bass. I don't know. It's just not to me. Hearing loud music in a car, it's not the same as, let's say, hearing music in an open space such as a living room or whatnot. Um, you're at risk of damaging your own ears because it's really loud. Now imagine there are people outside who are listening to the same thing. And for a lot of people, including myself, some of us do have sensitive hearing, much more than your average person who's able to see. And this is because by choice, and some of us, we've had to work at it more than others. We have had to hone that skill to where we have to hear things from quite quite a distance, right? And those are things that a lot of people who are sighted take for granted, like how far you can hear something from. Is it 12, 15, 24 yards, 30 yards away, or maybe more? Just depends on your hearing. So in this case, as I said before, the music sounded really loud. Um, and the person that was driving was being belligerent. She was, I don't care about any of that, let me enjoy my music. Well, you have the right to enjoy your music all you want, but if your music is causing a disturbance um, to, let's say, the people that are walking into a store or people that are going out, it's a problem. It's no different than two or three people fighting outside of a restaurant or inside of a restaurant or inside or outside of a store. We have all watched, or a lot of us have watched a lot of that thing happen And you can find a lot of videos here on YouTube where there's nothing but fighting over nonsense. And these people, obviously, or some of them, get escorted out by the police, or, a manager or an employee is brave enough to say, "You're out, don't come back." But what do you do when, in this case, somebody who, I don't know if she was even, if she was just parked there, because she was going out, or if, I don't know the whole situation. All I know is that she was playing music way too loud. And let me tell you something. For a blind person, that can confuse me in this case, because remember that I depend solely on my hearing to get around. And so when you have loud music, or when you honk, all of a sudden, what tends to happen is, for a split second, it feels like my hearing is, I don't know, I get confused. I'm not sure if this happens to other blind people, where they hear a loud noise, and temporarily, for a split second, it's as if, what is that? You find yourself struggling to know, what's going on. So you lose track of where you are, and then it takes some time to orient yourself to find, in this case, the door, or to find any other place that you want to go to. Fortunately, I was with someone who was guiding me, but I can just imagine what that would have felt like, having this loud music, and then trying to find where the door was. And there are clues, depending on where you are, to know where a specific door is at. For example, in this case, I was at a Walmart. So you can hear the echo bouncing from where the cart area is. So that would be a great indication for me, which it is, to know, oh, I'm close to the door. Usually there's the AC that's running, so that's a great sign. People driving their cart, from one end to the next, or what have you. But when you have loud music, that doesn't allow me to hear anything. And this is what was really strange. I had not heard that. And that would have been really confusing. To add insult to injury, if you will, this person was parked, if I'm not wrong, in a parking for people with disabilities. Was she supposed to do that or not? I don't know, but I just found that odd. Anyway, what do you guys think? Should there be any punishment, or any sanctions, any fees, or something that we could do to eliminate this problem? Where does it end? Where does this thing stop? How can we figure out, for example, where a person's right to enjoy music or party or whatever it is that they enjoy begins, and when they should stop? When does it become infringement? Because obviously you have rights and I have rights. So your rights cannot go over my rights, if that makes any sense. So in this case, for example, as I said before, if I'm not able to hear my surroundings because there's loud music playing and I need to go to wherever I need to go to, your right to listen to music as loud as you want is not allowing me to enjoy, or not to enjoy, but to do what I came to do, which is go to the store. Um, I could also give another example. When I'm crossing the street, right, I need to hear where cars are, if they're to my right, if they're to my left. So when a car honks, all of a sudden, I don't know why, just like it happened with the person who was playing the music loud, I'm in the middle of the street. This is much more dangerous. For a split second, again, I get disoriented and it's like, what happened here? So I have to make a split decision in that um, in that second or that minute. You know, like, okay, I don't know where I'm at. I'm just going to backtrack myself and cross again, and hopefully this time there won't be any honking. So you see what something so little can do to a person, in this case who is blind. So always be careful of what you do and um, why you do it, because you may not know that you may be affecting other people with your loud music or your honking or whatever it is that you do. You might be trying to call attention to yourself. With the honking, you might be trying to warn somebody. But there are other ways of doing it, especially when it comes to honking in the middle of the street. Can't you roll your window down and say something in this case instead of honking? Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Remember that if you want to subscribe to this channel, you can. Don't forget to give a like, to comment, to make any suggestions, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks.